out waiting on a buddy of mine to join me. He's about probably an hour behind me, maybe a little more. But we'll come out for 2 nights to do it. I brought a lot of gear with me, but I'm going to try not to rely on it so much. I want to do more of a, like a more bushcrafty, woodcraft type trip. I brought a water filter. I'm going to try not to use it. I'm going to rely on boiling my water for my, sterilization. Going to make natural cordage, do some spoon carving. Want to make a tripod for my tightwad seat so I can set it up in a different formation than this. What else? Yeah, I brought my 6-man teepee and a little titanium wood burning stove. We'll be using it, so we got to cut some wood for it. I'm just waiting on him to get here right now so we can agree on a location to pitch the teepee in this combination pine and hardwood forest. But anyway, yeah, like I said, brought a lot of stuff. Not really going to rely on it too much, but it's just nice to have. There's 2 things I hate to be when I'm out in the woods: is hungry and cold. So I got lots of food and lots of clothes. Other than that, just standard equipment, Well, I brought binoculars. I have a therm with me to observe wildlife at night, and if I can figure out how to upload it on here, if I see anything, I'll upload it. But yeah, other than that, I'm ready, man. Temperature's dropping. It's supposed to be, I think, 29 tonight, so pretty cold. It'd be nice to get that wood burning stove going. But anyway, so I'm gonna sit here, and I've already observed 2 woodpeckers and some kind of hawk. I don't know what it is. So I did something different this time. I wanted to have a satchel with me, in case I wander away from camp, which we are planning on doing tonight. Didn't really feel like carrying a day pack out here. So what I did, I put all my food in here, and if I need this, I can use it. And then also, when I get ready to go to bed or whatever, this has it's waterproof as long as it's shut. Rain will just run off of it. But yeah, all my food's in here except for what's in the cooler. But right now I'm starving. I had just a small breakfast, so I'm going to get a snack out of here. And I've got a buddy joining me here in a little while, so I'm not going to set the teepee up until he gets here. See if we can figure out where we want to sleep. This ground's really uneven, but well, it's just not uneven, it's just bumpy. But anyway, let me get some of this food in me. So with what little distance I've carried this pack so far, really impressed with it. The straps aren't real thick, but really comfortable. The belt's comfortable. And I don't know how familiar you are with the CFP90. The CFP90 has 2 large pockets on one side, and then you have one on the other side that's just a long sleeve. And believe it or not, I actually got my 6-man teepee in that sleeve with room to spare. But it's amazing what these things will hold. And I'll show you everything that's in each compartment as I take it out throughout this video. Right now, I want to get my hammock seat up while I'm waiting on my friend. But it's amazing what all will fit in these pockets. Alright, the sun came out and it either warmed up or I'm just working hard. But so I went and found me a stick for my center pole for my teepee. And I left the branches on there so I'll have something to hang lights and things off of. Now like I said, this long sleeve, it actually holds TP in there. And you can see, you know, it's not very big. I wear a size 11 boot. So yeah, I'm really digging this pack for a winter pack. So now let me get this thing set up. All right, finally. I don't know if you know it, but these titanium stoves, they'll warp when you kind of breaking them in. And sometimes it can take a while to get the channels lined up. Here, let me put this on wide. Yeah, so I'm in here at the very back of the TP. And there's the stove. Plenty of room. Dang, there's a Sasquatch out there. Yeah. All right, so now it's getting late. We've wasted too much time. It's 4 o'clock, so we're going to have coffee. All right, so the bottom is actually made to carry what's called the ECWS, or Extreme Cold Weather System. And it's, I think it's like a bivy bag and 2 or 3 different sleeping bags. There's a huge compartment under here. And here I've got my ground sheet, my Snug Pack Softy Elite 4. I didn't even bother compressing it because there's so much room in here. And then I've got my Long John bottoms, and then my mat and everything is in here. And there's you can open this up through this cord if you want to, and make one long compartment. And I know a lot of people in the Air Force do that, and they would carry radios in here. But I like it separated. Yeah, this is really spacious in here. And like I said, oh yeah, you got a compartment up here. And I've got my therm and different items that I want to be able to get it to quick. And then you got double baffles. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, I bought a lot of clothes. Down jacket, the top to my long johns, my Swan Dry, gloves, pillow, and my Climate. And we'll get other stuff out a little bit when we get ready to cook dinner. All right, sleep system set up. So I took all my clothes over there and just hung them all on the line. And so now I just can't get that stuff out, so I'll have it when I need it. So I've got Possibles pouch, Eagle kettle. Got the Morse pot with the little stove in it. Grandsfors. And a frying pan. And in here I've got spices and butter and spoon and spatula and everything. can't really think of anything else I need right now. I'm gonna get this set up over here so we can cook dinner later. Alright, so it's 10 after 5. Still got about an hour and 45 minutes before it gets dark. But out here, man, you can lose stuff so quick in this. So I've got everything hung up except for my cooking stuff over here. Got to get it together next. But got the Bergen hung up. And the larder, my kitchen, my pantry. And then most of my other clothes are in here. And then just bits and bobs hung up. I haven't got my cooler hung up right here, right outside the tent in case I hear something messing around. I got my binos, hat, gloves, tight wad seat I got to get back up, hatchet, bandana, insulating gloves, and then I had to make an actual coat hanger for my jacket because it's got a lot of heavy stuff in it, and I didn't want to rely on the little hanging tab in here. It would break it. It's because it's just too heavy. So anyway, let's look inside now. Fix and get all of our wood cut and everything. So this is inside. I'm set up over here. Got to climb it. Yeah, well, you saw it when I took it all out. And then Andy's rocking the backcountry bed. That thing is amazing. I mean, look how comfortable it looks. Can't really see. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that thing is pleasurable. Oh yeah, I'll show you something else too if you got a stove like this. If you carry your little pocket bellows like this, you can open this up and extend that in there and blow your flames back in. It goes right in real easy. But I keep that in the pouch that the stove comes in with a little patch kit and everything in case I, burn a hole in here. But maybe I'll show you all that tomorrow or Monday when I pack all this stuff up. I'll lay everything out and go through it. Alright, so I decided to come in here and get the stove ready for tonight. We're actually sitting up down at the creek, and we'll have a proper fire, to cook dinner on and everything. I don't really feel like cooking in here. Alright, so the stove's all ready. I'll just get a little lantern hang up in here. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're made by UCO or UCO, whatever you call it. But it's kind of a matte light, but you could push it in and then it makes a flashlight. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I got this one probably 12, 15 years ago. And then you can dim it, and then really dim, and then flash, and then back to bright. Alright, it's dinner time. Well, I say it is. Those things are frozen solid. Oh yeah, they'll loosen up. So anyway, venison tenderloin. I got some rice veggies. It's cauliflower risotto medley. So we'll give that a try. Alright. Oh, gotta get my headlamp too. So it's what, about 9:40? No, 9:35. So anyway, phone died when I was getting ready to make dinner. Really good. But I'm having the same thing tomorrow night. Yeah, so already done my admin. Got my water bowl just sitting there for tomorrow to fill my canteen up. And so we just chilling. All right, see you in the morning. Yeah, so it's that's still late morning, but we're getting breakfast going. But just a word, so I'm about halfway through with this one. But never waste when you're relying on boiling for your water, never waste an opportunity when there's a fire going to top up. So what I'll do is I'll top this one up, and then I'll start on my other canteen while this one cools. And then when I get it drank about halfway down, I'll fill it up, top it back up, and then resort back to this one. Just keep swapping them back and forth as I boil through the day. That way I got one cool and one cooling. So while he's cooking, I decided to do a little admin. Got everything hung up just to air out. One thing about a single wall tent, you get condensation built up on the walls. And you don't want to get too close to the fire, so you back up against the wall. So the head and the foot on both of us got a little bit wet. I mean, nothing major at all. But it was 20, I think it finally hit around 24, 25 last night. And it was cold this morning when I got up. And you could feel a draft coming in last night, so went around the TP and just put this all the way around it to stop it tonight. But yeah, it's warming up, so I came up to change shirts. And then he don't know it yet, but he's doing a bow drill today. I already got it ready for him. Got the grass and everything. Never used it. I've been using, just like real fine twigs and shavings. But anyway, we get changed and get back down there and have some breakfast. That corned beef hash smells so good. Andy got him a new frying pan too, and it's the first break-in of it. there, cool that billy can off quicker. One of the advantages of staying in a fixed camp, you can do that. If I was on the move, it cooled just enough. I could have went ahead and filled up that canteen and drank half the other one, and then filled it up. That way I was staying hydrated while I was on the move. Alright, so I went and collected some oak, just some young saplings. I harvest, usually when I harvest live wood, it's from an area where they're trying to grow next to a tree that's going to choke it out, and they're not going to make it anyway. So, I mean, out here, you can see, man, it's just galore. A lot of these won't make it. So, I don't know, just learn how to harvest them. But anyway, so yeah, I got my 3-4 tripod, and got my 550 cord out of my pack and my seat. So I'm gonna make that seat now. Mac, you're a genius. All right, that water's been in there over an hour. It should be cool by now. So I'm gonna fill my canteen. I wound up drinking all this before I got in either, so I'm gonna fill this up, and then I'm gonna get another pot on because we both had like just a tiny cup of coffee this morning. So I'm gonna brew a whole pot, and I'm gonna use that filter. It's a pour over system. Tell me, you got a whiff of that? It smells good. I decided instead of putting it in there and then doing a pour over, I just made cowboy coffee, and we'll filter it through there.
All right.
Yeah.
Filter it into my pot.
Yeah.
I still think you ought to steam my pot a bit. Since it has
No.
unsilted water in it.
It's fine. Look at that coffee, boy.
Oh, that looks rich.
Yeah. Alright, so I just made me like a little hole in there. Drop my pot in there. That'll be boiling in no time soon. It's only been in there, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. That fire's so hot. I've said it before, a little twig fire, man. I mean, these are just some old dry pieces of stump, but it's mostly just twigs under there. A little twig fire burns so hot and so fast. It's the easiest way to boil a pot of water. One other thing, that's boiling. It's a rolling boil, but when you do these little one-stick hangers, don't ever try to pull the hanger out of the ground and lift it up, because sooner or later you're going to spill it. Just make you like a little stick. So you can just cup it, pull it off. Alright, so I just took my phone over here where I actually have cell phone coverage. Talked to my little boy, he's 9, and he informed me that I better carve him a spoon while I'm out here. So I got a few pieces of oak, and then pretty sure that's maple. There's no leaves on the tree, and the buds are like way up there. I can't really see, but either way, it's not a poisonous tree. So see what we can come up with for the little man. All right, so it's about almost 2:30. I haven't eaten since the hash and eggs, but having to go at baking a chicken pot pie in here in my little Morse pot. Hopefully the coals are hot enough. They should be. I'm gonna give it about 45 minutes and come back and check it, and if not, then we'll just see how it goes. If not, then we'll move on to something else. I brought plenty of food. Yeah, so how nice is this? I found a stump that this forest, you know, it's been pulpwooded many times over the hundreds of years. But I don't know if you can see this, but I drew it out this time. It's the first time I've ever done it. I usually just do it by sight, and that's probably why they come out so ugly. Of course, that's not to say that this one won't either, but we'll see. Yeah, this is like the perfect height. I'm just kind of on my knees. This is when a thinner saw, like my little open nail saw, it's got a very thin blade on it. I'm going to stop before I run it all the way down. There we go. Oh man, that's perfect. Now if this side just won't split on me. Perfect. Alright, I know y'all don't want to watch all this, so I'll bring you back later. So, another quick tip for anybody who might not know. You know, when you make tripods, it's not always necessary to, you know, cut pieces of your 550 cord off. And I've seen people like put just tons and tons of wraps on these. I did 3 wraps on each one and then twisted around 1.5 times each and then tied it off and done. And then I hank my 550 cord together and just leave it hanging. That way I don't have to, because if I ever need the full length, you know, it's nice to know it's there. And, you know, if you do these loose, you know, you can twist the chairs around to tighten them up. Alright, so that took a lot longer than I thought, but the coals weren't that hot. I did check it a few times, and I don't think it's stuck to the back a little bit. I don't think that's going to. It's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little crusty or crunchy. Sides definitely. Oh yeah. So let's turn it upside down. Also, I'll tell you what, too. Rather than bringing a plate out here, can't beat a frying pan. It doubles as both. Let's see what it looks like on the bottom. Oh, dude, that turned out good, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, first time ever doing that. Pretty pleased with it. All right, so late lunch. All right, that's what I got so far. Yeah. That's perfect for his little hand. Like I said, he's 9. It's rough, but I'm gonna finish it off with sandpaper when I get home. It turned out a lot better than my spoons in the past. That's the very first spoon I ever done, and it turned out good, and it's pretty symmetrical. And then I've progressively gotten worse since then. Every one of my spoons have come out. This looks like a big grog spoon or something though. Fits in the mouth okay, and it's got the bowl's a little too deep. And I kept his shallow the way it should be. But yeah, I'm gonna sand it off. And I think I made this 6 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe even 8, and I just now soaked it for 4 hours in walnut oil. But anyway, I think I'm gonna try it, use it tonight. We'll see. So today it actually got up to about 68 degrees, and I don't have ice in here. I have the ice blocks, but it's done really well. I put it in here probably around noon, and everything in there is still nice and cold. So now I'm going to cook before the sun goes down, because I hate cooking once it gets dark. Yeah. So anyways, venison, same thing as last night. The camera shut off while I was filming, so I didn't get to film all of it. But I don't have time to let this water cool. Last night I cooked my cauliflower and put it in there to keep it warm while I cooked my steaks, and then threw it back in there with the steaks and let it absorb all the garlic butter. Yeah, you gotta eat at least one of these. You notice I've gone from 2 to 1. Huh? Go ahead. Thanks. Nah. Look, that's still got ice in it. That little cooler did a good job. Alright, I'm gonna save you one big one. I'm gonna cook me 2 big ones and 1 little one. Where's that dog? That sounds like a dog.
Been doing it for like 5 minutes.
Huh?
He's been doing it.
So this is a little spice kit. I got the idea from I know a lot of y'all seen J.S. Townsend. Garlic and sea salt. Alright, these are done. So what I'm going to do is put them in here so they'll stay hot, because this won't take long at all. This cauliflower risotto medley, really good, man, if you cook it in garlic butter. Yeah, it absorbs the butter and the garlic and the flavor of the meat, man. It's really, really good. That's really good. breakfast is served. Eggs and bacon and some baked beans.
Especially when you get on up in the season. Dude, it has a great bad guy that comes along. I think in the second, maybe third season. He's disgusting, but you'll like him. He's such an ass.
Packed up. Didn't really do a lot of filming today. We mostly just ate and went through the gear and got it all sorted and everything. But anyway, take care. See you in the next video.